one in the mix of the kids. So,
Honestly, she's a raggedy
but now
bee
she's
now.
trying to blossom.
Right.
And don't worry, we try to stump down her shine.
She's a
But we gonna let her do her
she's a
thing.
little hussy. It's fine.
Oh my goodness.
Um, and so hey, you did a great job. Hey,
Oh, I appreciate that.
right. Can't say too much, but I can say you did a pretty good job. I mean, you might have messed up with me a little bit because I don't know what I'm doing in life, but I
But I'm gonna let you do it because if I don't, if I
honestly,
try to stop you, it's gonna do worse. So
absolutely.
I'm gonna let you be you. Be
Um,
you. You be great on your time.
the fourth question is coming from me personally. If
Oh,
you weren't a mom, what do you think you'd be?
I would. I know exactly what I would have been if I wasn't
Ah,
a mom. I would have been a welder for Amtrak.
a
I
welder from
I would have been a welder for Amtrak.
oh
What
yeah,
is the welding
A
from
welder.
Amtrak?
I went to school
from
for
Amtrak.
welding. I went to school for welding before y'all. Then when I after I had kids, I went back to school to try to finish my work. So I finally got my MIG and TIG, and I always wanted to work on the railroad. And I thought I would. And I get grown, and I went to Philadelphia with my dad when I graduated high school, and then came back and got pregnant with Al. So that got sidetracked. So then I had another opportunity to become a welder and work for Amtrak, and I had all the things signed up, but nobody would keep my kids because now I got kids. Nobody could keep three babies, so I could go off to Jacksonville, Florida, and become a welder and stuff like that. So, but that's what I would have been. I would have been a welder.
Honestly, welding suits you. I give my mom. I must say one thing about my mother. My mother will work if there's anything that can be done, she can in fact do it. And if there anything to be done, she has in fact done that.
That is not
My
true.
mother, I love to have the nickname. I used to tell everyone my mom is the Black Barbie because she's done all of the jobs, just all of the ones that Barbie didn't want. Like she's done it all. She's the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker, and she is all of that in a bag of M&Ms. And it's pretty great having a mom like that. Don't you think so?
Sure.
Not sure. Say something. Sure.
Don't be shy. Speak up, big man.
She doing great. That's all I can say.
That's all she can say. It is okay with me, big man. Speak your truth, boo.
Absolutely, but
Speak
what's
your
the
truth,
fifth
boo.
question next?
What is your biggest reward or biggest consequence to becoming a mom?
My biggest award is the fact that I was able to watch y'all become adults. And adults that I know if anything happens to me, I don't have to, I can say, good job, Dana. They did you did your part, and they are adults. They people in society. And I know that they will be okay. I don't have to worry about them because they got this outside life and they starting to live their outside life. Even though y'all are young adults, but Al is an older adult. He's 29 this year. I know that I have accomplished the part where I know you're gonna be okay.
Mm.
I don't if like I said, if I'm to a point where I'm capacitated and I can't just but that don't mean I won't still worry. But I know I'm happy in my mindset and my spirit and my body knowing I did my part for my kids. I gave them the know-how. I gave them the tools, and I'm honest with we. I make sure my kids are able to talk to me about anything from sex to predators on the street to who to watch out for. And yes, sometimes I do like coddle Peanut and I show coddle Mickey because I don't want nobody to think because she's the way she is that he could just come in and take over. No, 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 no. And sometimes I could be an overbearing mama bear. I do know that, but I also know that I have accomplished this goal of watching my kids grow up.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Living kids living their lives. There might be two living their lives. I'm trying to get into it.
But you're doing a good job. You're doing excellent. You're doing
yeah,
excellent.
right. You got into the race a little bit slow, but you're running
Yeah, you
just
running
fine.
steady, honey. You running steady. You
You're
got a
running
boyfriend, your
absolutely.
brother now. How about
Ooh. And as
that?
far as consequences,
But I'm still comfortable seeing closer to my parents because I could be antisocial
Yeah.
with them.
I don't. I don't.
I'm comfortable.
I don't know if I have any consequences at the moment. I don't know if.
Well, apparently one of them is you're not a welder for Amtrak.
Well, no, that's not really a consequence. That's just a life choice that came and went. And like I said, I want this. I don't regret not becoming a welder. I always, because like I said, I always had an opportunity if I wanted to go work for Amtrak. I just never did, and I end up working a bunch of different jobs. And like Peanut has always said, I'm the black Barbie. But I would work like literally, I would work the jobs nobody would work because my thought is it's a job to help my family, not as because I need to make this money because I can make money picking up cans on the street. If we didn't eat that night, well, I bet we will eat because I pick up these cans, these bottles, and I run these packages that ain't quite legal sometimes. But you know what? These coins,
these packages,
these coins gonna go on this dinner table. It's not
Absolutely.
gonna go in my pocket. It's gonna go on this light bill and this little piece of car. But when I make this come up, I know it's gonna be a come up for everybody. So I don't have any consequences or regrets about that.
Oh, I get that. I get that. Actually, I appreciate that because if there are any consequences, that means it's our fault. What's the difference between being a mom and simply being a mother?
In my mind, there is no difference. Being a mom is what I feel like what I am.
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm doing my job of being a mom, taking care of my kids. And I feel like being a mother sometimes can just only be a title head. Like, oh, you're a mother, but that don't always make you a mom. Yeah. And I don't knock that because, like, I had a wonderful conversation today with a wonderful young lady that will be on our show soon. She is a mother, but she's not a mom to her child. Yeah. And I always wanted to ask her why she gave up her right to her daughter. And she told me today. So I know some people like mother, you can have the title being a mother, that means you gave birth to a child. But I feel like being a mom is like you put the work in.
Yeah.
And that's the only difference for me. But they, like I said, they still mean the same. Like I said, my daughter-in-law didn't have a child, but she ended up adopting a son. And like, I'm talking about working, work, like the song. She is putting it in for this little boy in their life. And I kind of understand. Like I said, she didn't give birth to be a mother, but she shows becoming a mom.
Absolutely. Laura's gonna be a fine mom.
She is showing mommy right now.
I guess to answer, no. I want to answer this question as well. I think a major difference between that I've seen, I guess, being younger, being not even younger, young, and seeing, I guess, my recent high school, my classmates that are now having children, and oddly enough, having children, and oddly enough, like settling down at the early, ripe old age of 20. And seeing my classmates do it, a lot of them, or even my classmates that decided to have children early in high school, a lot of the girls I saw there were simply, I guess, mothers, and they weren't in a comfortable enough position in their own lives to where they could be moms to their babies. Mm-hmm. But I won't say that they weren't trying. But there were some that just weren't succeeding very well. And so just like you said, the mother, it's quite easy to become a mother because simply giving birth makes you a mother. But becoming a mom is that extra step. What I think makes a true mom is personally deciding to take the extra step to care for your children. When you think of your children before you think of yourself, or when you think of your children simultaneously of thinking of your own needs, that's what a mom does.
That's how I look at it. That's just my opinion, folks. Don't get mad at the person. But like I said, I know 100 black women have went in the store and seen some type of female hair done, nail done, eyelashes, got on the latest outfit on, and that little baby got on a dirty t-shirt and a diaper. And the first thing our judgmental asses do is, I know damn well.
I know dang well.
And so, like I said, you're still a mother because you gave birth to this child. But I always try to take that extra step to be a mom.
Yeah, not quite yet a mom.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
I have a before I ask the final question, before I allow you to ask the final question, um, is it true that you don't always get it right on the first kid?
You do not get it right with the first kid. I got a funny story. I don't know what made you ask me this, but I finally moved out of my. I talked about how I lived in an apartment that only cost me $148, and I moved in the middle apartment that was very nice. And I had my little apartment. I got my little furniture from Holly Myers and everything is set up. So I'm learning to cook, and I had got some cans of corn. Cause Al was a cream corn kid. I don't understand. He would really eat a whole lot of things like fried chicken and cream corn. And I opened up a can of cream corn, and I put the can in the trash can, but I didn't take the lid and pop all the way off, so it was still attached. So Al went and got the can out the trash can, and his hand was stuck in it. And I was so scared because I was like, who do I call? And finally I got scared and I called 911 and they came up, the ambulance, and his hand was in, it looked like the lid was through his hand and they was getting ready. And I called my mama and she came ready in past the EMS worker, past the police that came in. And I'm crying. They trying to calm me down because it looked like his hand was gonna be cut off. My mama came ready and thumped the lid on the can. It fell through. She she looks at Al, said, "Al, get your baby bag. Let's go." And she walks out with my kid. I'm like, I'm looking, the EMS looking, and we all thinking ourselves, oh,
Huh?
that's a real mama right
That
there.
is a real mom.
So, so yeah, you don't always get it
You're
right
right
with
on
the
the
first
first
kid.
kid.
That
Hey,
is too true.
that's okay.
so, would you call adoptive parents, like if you're ready to be parents, like adoptive moms, want ready to be moms and not mothers, as a true mom?
I do.
Yeah.
100%. And like I said, even with adopted parents, they get children and they don't always treat them good. Again, you are still a mother, but if you're not treating this child like it's part of your family, then you have lost your mom status. 100%.
Absolutely.
100%. You can get the title, but don't make it and don't just be a figurehead. Don't just be like the royal family, but you don't govern the body. Don't do that.
Absolutely. That was actually a really good question. And
You go with me.
to like to branch off of that question, so in the future, whenever I finally get fed up or someone gets fed up enough and marries me, uh when I adopt children, do I get to be a mom or mother?
You'll get to be a father.
Yeah, no
Father.
one's that. Like, no one wants to be a dad.
Well, yes, I do, because like y'all hear me talk about my dad all the time.
Dads have so much less fun.
My dad did my dad have less fun? Really? Did y'all have less fun with my daddy?
No,
In the garden you go.
your dad was great.
My dad was a great guy.
So I guess I intend to be a great dad. Oh, the to wrap up the final question we did have was, do you have any final thoughts for other mothers? Final thoughts and tips for other moms?
My final, I do have one tip is take a breath.
Mm,
Please take a breath. Don't think just cause you got these kids or even this little baby that won't stop crying, lay it down in their bassinet, let them holler themselves to death. You take 5 minutes and breathe, and then go back and try it again. Because if you upset, they're upset, and that don't mean if that child is 5 days old or 15 years old. Always take a breath first. Always think about what you're gonna do before you do it. I
mm.
know it's hard to do because I love to joke all the time how I'm a jump across the table and choke out Mickey, or jump across the table and choke out Peanut. I did jump across the table and choke out Al. Now that ain't no lie. At least they tell me that's what I did.
You don't
But I
always
did
do
take a breath first, and that's where I went wrong.
it. Yes.
So always think about what you're gonna do before you do it. It helps you out 100%.
Mm, that was.
And another thing, if it's okay, it's okay to become a mother and not want to be a mom.
I get that.
I know society make you feel like oh, I can't believe they got rid of their baby. Oh, I can't. But you got to understand, nobody know your mind better than you do.
Mm,
Nobody knows your mind better than you do. Because if you think every day you have this child, and every day you look at this child, and you have the thoughts of, oh my God, I got this child. What am I supposed to do with it? Or, oh my